Your best penalty taker, your very best, most clear-cut, ruthless penalty taker takes the first penalty. I don't know much about international tournament football, but I know that not having your best player taking the first penalty is such a grave error. Neymar, the best penalty taker in that Brazilian team, is down to take the fifth penalty. The jeopardy around that, and I get it, I get why, because there's glory attached to the fifth penalty. You're potentially the winner. There's potentially an awful lot of pressure riding on that fifth penalty. The jeopardy is you may not have to take one. So your best penalty taker may not take one. Scoring your first penalty is so vitally important. So come on, put your best penalty taker first. It is such a foolish move to not have Neymar taking that first penalty. But I am genuinely dazzled by what I just witnessed. That really was a delectable medley of footballing splendour. This World Cup is sensational. Football's unrivaled, isn't it? Can you believe that Croatia are the first team through to the semi-finals? And they have done it again. Given that this is only their 7th World Cup, they are in their 3rd semi-final. The finalists from the last World Cup are in the semi-final again. It is absolutely remarkable. But I think I'm in a genuine sense of disbelief. Brazil are out of Qatar 2022. When you think of the dazzling performances from this Brazil side, when you think of all of the glory that we have seen this Brazil side demonstrate this World Cup, scoring goals for fun, Richarlison himself is probably responsible for the 2 best goals scored at this tournament. The 2 best goals scored at this tournament, scored by one Brazilian player who is now out of this tournament. It finished 4-2 in a penalty shootout. I mean, the man of the match has to be Croatia's goalkeeper, Dominik Livakovic. What a performance from him. Saved a penalty from Rodrigo, and Marquinhos it was later who hit the post to confirm that Brazil are out. It is over. And do you know what? I'm sure I'm not alone here. I thought Brazil had made it. I'm sure everybody thought Brazil had made it. In fact, I think that Brazil thought that they had made it. You know, when Neymar and Antony were doing their thing, they were professionally running the clock down. And it felt like it was over. But then, with Fred preparing to break through the Croatian back line, Guardiola made that crunching tackle. Luka Modric, obviously, at the epicenter of everything good that Croatia did. He sent his team on one last counter-attack. And as a result of that, here we are. We are now discussing Croatia being in a semi and Brazil being on a plane home. This World Cup is amazing, isn't it? This World Cup is truly sensational. Like, my mind is blown at how wonderful this World Cup is. All the scepticism that you heard about a Winter World Cup and that, it has completely evaporated, in my opinion. This is truly, truly brilliant. And it actually feels like this World Cup is one for the ages. I mean, it's going to take Brazil an awful long time to get over this, I think. You've got to remember, they haven't won a World Cup since 2002. That is 20 years ago. For Brazil, that is totally unacceptable. And I feel sorry for them because I like Brazil. I think every football fan, particularly when it comes to international football, loves Brazil. It's iconic, isn't it? The yellow jersey. When you say the term World Cup, you immediately just think of Brazil. It's so synonymous with tournament football. And, you know, Neymar and floods of tears. It's not really nice to see. People don't like Neymar, but I do. I rate him so highly, and the fact that he is sort of stricken with grief. He crumpled to the floor at the end, and it took Thiago Silva some effort to haul him up and into his arms. What goal he scored, by the way. What an amazing goal that was. And you know what? That goal was so nearly the goal to take his country one step closer to that elusive 6th World Cup. With that goal, by the way, he equalled Pelé as Brazil's all-time top goal scorer. 77 goals for Brazil, Neymar. But ultimately, he will be heartbroken today. And look, it was lovely to watch Croatia celebrate. But I didn't find it particularly easy watching Brazil try and come to terms with the fact that they're out and the fact that it really didn't go their way. You know, Croatia were cavorting in delight. And it was amazing. They'd done a number on the pre-tournament favourites. It's truly sensational. Modric, smiling beatifically there, just looked so happy, but also so at ease. And Croatia are going to start some beating. You know, I did a video on this channel yesterday where I said that Croatia are the least likely or one of the least likely to win the tournament. I mean, they now look so capable. They don't lose on penalties. They are so ruthless, and they really have a setup that works for them. And in Guardiola and their keeper, with Modric, there's something special going on at that country, and you really don't want to play them. And they're actually becoming like part of the establishment, aren't they? When you think about their record, the finalists, semi-final, they've only been in 7 World Cups. This is their 3rd semi. It's truly, truly amazing. But the Education City Stadium in Al Rayyan, a landmark moment. We will all remember where we were when this happened. You know, there are certain moments over the years in World Cup history. Maybe when Argentina lost to Cameroon in 1990. People who watch that game, they remember it so vividly. They remember where they were. Maybe this World Cup, when Japan beat Germany, or when Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. This is one of those. This is one of the biggest upsets. This will go down in history because it's not that Croatia aren't completely capable, but nobody saw this coming, I don't think. Nobody saw this coming. I mean, I don't think that Brazil managed the game as well as they should have done. They made too many defensive changes. They should have tried to get the second goal. They had a lot of chances. They didn't make the most of it. But what more could they do? You know, Livkovic was just brilliant in goal for Croatia throughout the game. He made a crucial save early in the shootout. He was a hero. Do you know who I feel really sorry for? Thiago Silva. I love Thiago Silva. Anybody who knows me and watches his channel regularly knows I'm a Chelsea fan who adores Thiago Silva. I think he's a true great, not only of the game, but a great of Chelsea. But I also feel like his career was building to this moment, you know, trying to earn redemption for past international failures. But this will be the greatest heartbreak of his career in surely his final World Cup. He can't be playing in 4 more years, can he? Surely. I think that a lot of the form that he's put in for Chelsea over the past couple of years has been for this World Cup to be the crescendo. I think he's been gearing up to this World Cup for such a long time, keeping himself in shape, keeping himself fit, and ultimately he's fallen at a hurdle that, you know, they would look at it and think that it's a missed opportunity. So I feel really sorry for him because he was obviously in the twilight of his career, and I think that will be Thiago Silva's last opportunity. But it's not about Brazil. It's not about Neymar. It's not about anything like that. It's about Croatia. And Croatia will now face the winners of either Argentina or the Netherlands. Who will they face? Nobody will want to play them. They will certainly believe that they can beat anyone. I've got to go and watch that game now. What a World Cup this has been. I have loved it. Please leave your comments below. Please click subscribe. It would be my joy to welcome you into this community. So please click that subscribe button. See you a bit later.